Amigos, and welcome one, welcome all. It's time for the show with no name, exclusively on Vaughn Radio. And I don't know about you guys, but I came here today to rock and roll. That's right, to rock and roll. And I hope you guys did too, because we've got an amazing show coming up today. Hello. I see you all checking in already, and it's great to see you all here, ready for some action. All right, well, guys, as always, this show is totally interactive, so I can see many of you joining us already on the gram, or as they say, Instagram. So if you want to watch the show, that's right, if you want to watch this show every day, Monday through Friday, from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., all you have to do is go over to Vaughn's Instagram, or Vaughan, whatever you want to call us, Grupo_Vaughn, and then go into their stories and Instagram TV, and you'll be able to find the show with no name. So guys, join us if you can. And if you can't, you can always watch it later too. It's just another way to get your daily dose of English. Because some people prefer to listen to the show live. Some people prefer to listen to the podcast. Some prefer to watch it and interact on Instagram. Now, we used to interact more on Twitter, but lately it's gone towards the gram. But I have to say, I use all my social media, so does Vaughn, and you get different content on each one, because each platform, it lends itself to a different format better, right? Like Instagram is good for photos and videos and short. So each one has its specialty. Obviously, YouTube is for videos. So there's another thing you should do. If you haven't subscribed to Vaughn's YouTube channel, okay? It's Aprende Inglés con Vaughan. Google it right now and hit subscribe. You will not be sorry. No te arrepentirás. You'll learn so many different things with some of our best teachers. So you've got Natasha, you've got Marta, you've got Richard Vaughn on the channel, you've got Fitz, all of our best teachers teaching you from our YouTube channel. And while you're at it, of course, follow me as well. Remember, guys, the resources are there. You just have to find them. And then once you find them, it's pretty easy. Because as I always say, one of the things I like about the way things work, the whole subscription process, you don't have to go out there looking for the stuff you love. Like with me with aviation, I don't have to look for it. I subscribe to everything aviation. So there's news in the aviation world. I know it the same time many pilots do. Am I a pilot? No, I'm just a geek. Un freaky. So you guys be that English geek, right? Know all the different accounts to follow and all those resources that are available to you. So this way you can, do all kinds of different things, learn all different accents, all kinds of activities. And then you've got the activities such as watching series and movies. The summertime is a good time to watch movies, right? Or to go see a movie. I just said to watch versus to see a movie. What's going on there? Well, if you want to find out, you like that segue? ¿Te gusta como uno eso? That segue? Tomorrow, my personal podcast, my self-produced podcast, FYI, For Your Inglés, on iTunes, on iVox, same place as the show with no name. Subscribe, by the way. In this way, as I said, tomorrow morning, boom, there's a new episode of For Your Inglés. And tomorrow, I'm taking you guys to a place that is near and dear to my heart, and it's the drive-in movie. Autocine. I love these places, and I'm going to teach you over 300 words in this week's episode. So go to iTunes, iVox, wherever you subscribe to the show with no name, wherever you subscribe to Richard Vaughn Live and No Excuses. As I said, you should be subscribing to all of those shows, even if you can't listen to them live, because there's fresh, new content every day. And then, as I said, and I repeat this every day because I hope those of you who are early birds, madrugadores, those of you who are early girds, me invento palabras, I'll make them up if I don't know. No, if you're an early bird, well, you can watch Richard Vaughn from 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. On Channel 2, La Dos in Spain. So if you don't improve your English with all those resources that you have at your fingertips, many of them interactive, all of them exciting, I think, in their own way, and all of them designed to teach you English, or I hate to say to teach you English, to help you along your English journey. All right, guys, and I have to say it's a pleasure to have you here with us every day, all of our Vaughn Radio listeners. I speak for myself, and I speak on behalf of Apuntate Esa, on behalf of everyone I work with. We are lucky. We're very lucky to have such great students. You guys, I feel like you guys are more than students for us. You are our ambassadors, embajadores, como la parada de metro en Madrid. You guys are our ambassadors. I'm serious. I feel like, okay, some of the reason Vaughn Radio keeps growing is because of us. We try and reach new audiences and connect with people, you know, the presenters. Our marketing department, obviously, they put a lot of time, money, and effort into growing the radio station, growing our community, right? But I would say there's a huge part of that that's word of mouth. You know this one, right? That's the best marketing in the world. Word of mouth. Psst. Oye, ¿conoces este? Have you ever heard of this radio station, Vaughn Radio? Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, I'm learning English. Every day I'm learning a whole bunch of different things. And, well, I can't wait to get out there in the real world and use my English that I've been learning. I can't wait to be able to travel to the United States or England or Ireland or Scotland and you know, put this stuff into practice. And that's exciting. So thank you for being our ambassadors. It's so nice. And you guys are the proof. Vosotros sois la prueba. You are the proof. And we say in English, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding es que la prueba está ahí delante de tus ojos. No? So thank you. Thank you. We cannot, como se dice en inglés, tenemos una expresión, we cannot thank you enough. So how do we thank you? Well, we just keep trying to teach you the best English we know how to teach you in the best way possible. I always tell you one of my promises to you here on the show with no name, on FYI, on my social media, is to teach you current English. English that you're going to hear, English that you're going to see, English that I'm watching, you know, This Is Us, the series, and I'm like, ooh, palabrón, and I'll bring it into the show. So I'm always out there fishing. Yo siempre estoy de pesca. Remember, I'm andaluz. I like the sea. A mí me encanta el mar. So I'm always out there fishing for these, expressions, words that I'm like, ooh, les va a encantar. Y no creo que lo conozcan. So that's one of my promises to you. All right? A lot of people checking in here on Instagram. Morlazo says, spread the word. That's what I do. A real Vaughn agent. And you guys, if I had money, I would buy you all a beer. But hey, if I ever get a chance to thank you in person, and Morlazo, I actually did meet you in person, and we'll meet again as well. We shall meet again. It sounds like a threat. Parece una amenaza. Morlazo, we shall meet again. Chris Valrol, speaking of superstars, she says, Morlazo, geek is more a freaky, nerd is more un empollón. Yeah, like a geek is somebody who's really into something, you know, especially when it's used with the word, like Rosa and myself are av geeks, que viene de aviation geeks, right? But you got video game geeks, you got geeks. A geek in general is similar to a nerd, but really a geek is un aficionado de algo, like Star Trek geeks. They're called Trekkies, but it's geekdom. Geekitud, freakitud. Me lo invento. If not, I just make it up, guys. And that's something you got to do too. If you don't know something, damn it, make it up. Invéntatelo. So yeah, that's a common one. And also, guys, if you say this guy's a freak, usually a freak is like somebody that scares you a bit, or somebody who is very sexually free. See what I mean? So let me give you an example. So somebody comes in with like a swastika. Well, no, that's an extreme example. Somebody comes in with like, you know, an upside down cross, and they got like an offensive their t-shirt says F-U, you know, que te den un t, then you'd be like, man, this guy's a freak. This guy's like a weirdo. Un bicho raro, I think we would say. But also, if somebody was like, oh man, how was your date last night? ¿Qué tal la cita anoche? You're like, oh, she was a freak. That's a good thing. Tradúcelo. Yo te doy los ejemplos. Vosotros lo traducís. Nunca me sale esa palabra. I gotta always say that word in English because it never comes. Aunque vosotros también os equivocáis con esa. I've heard some students say, "Will you traduce it?" I'm like, "Traduce? No me inventes eso." Patricio, what's up, buddy? He says that TV show is the best. Oh, no doubt about it. This Is Us. Lo recomendé ayer. I recommended it yesterday. I recommend it today, and I will recommend it tomorrow. Ahí vemos tres tiempos verbales. Lore is cracking up. Te partes tú, eh? You're just cracking up over there. Well, at least you're learning English while you crack up. Sole says, hola. It's a long A there. Yo lo leo como lo veo. En inglés se dice, I call it like I see it. Buenísima expresión. Now, to call, we looked at this on a previous show. To call something is like a referee. Penalti, foul, right? So I call it like I see it. Lo pito como lo veo. Okay? It's a good expression. Alguien dice, pero yo... Hey, y no solo lo dice un árbitro. Alguien dice, you said she was right. Le diste la razón a ella. You're like, hey, I call it like I see it. It's a great, great idiom, guys. See, that's one that we use, but I don't think my students would know. So those are the ones I want to make sure you guys get into your notebooks, get into your heads, and get out your mouth. This way you start sounding native, more native, and you're also understanding that we speak our own way. Like, I learned the word trabajar. I never learned the word currar. But do you know what all my friends say here in Spain? Tengo que currar, el curro. I never learned that in Spanish class. I never learned that in maybe 35 years of speaking Spanish, the word currar. And probably our friends in Latin America don't know it either. So, isn't that cool? You learn your own language. You learn a language you've been speaking for 35 years. And that's the beauty of it. That's the thing. Even you're in your own language, you can make progress as a speaker, as a writer, as somebody as a communicator, really. There's Tamara. What's up, Tamara? DL Mateo says, the show with no name and your podcast, FYI, are terrific. Thank you so much, DL Mateos. As I said, if you love these shows here on Vaughn Radio, the show with no name, give it 5 stars. Go to iTunes or wherever you listen. 5 stars. Well, give it whatever stars you want. But of course, if you want to give it 5 stars, you can do that too. And also, FYI, that's another way, besides spreading the word, what you already do, that you can say thank you to us and keep us going, you know, because it costs, I have to say, I don't want to get into numbers because I don't even know all the numbers, but it costs a lot of money to, forget about the classes and the classrooms and the teachers, just to run the radio station. Vaughn Radio, it's not, I mean, look into it. Investiga cuánto cuesta. Because you need a signal, you'll need a lot of different things. Then you need technicians, then you need a studio. So it can be very costly. But a way that we, of course, fund the radio is through classes. That's why I'm always so annoying, pesado, about our classes. A, because I believe in them, porque creo en nuestros productos todos. Right? I stand behind them. No sé cómo se dice esto en español. I stand behind all the Vaughn products. In fact, we're talking about you guys being ambassadors. I'm an ambassador for Vaughn, and you know that. In fact, muchas veces no es, when people recognize me somewhere, they say, hey, they don't say Alberto, hey, tú eres el de Vaughan. I'm like, yeah, el de Vaughan, sí. No soy su hijo, pero sí, de él. And that's an honor. That's an honor, in fact. And the reason I say Vaughan now is because a lot of times I would be at a party or a concert or something, and people say, oh, what do you do? ¿A qué te dedicas? And I would say, I work for Vaughn Radio. And they were like, no, never heard of it. I'm like, Vaughan? And they're like, Vaughan? Oh, man, he's my favorite. I'm like, okay, bueno. So that's why I say Vaughan now, because you guys just, if you can't beat them, join them. Me uno a vosotros, okay? Thank you, DL Mateos. Lole says, I'll be watching you. Every breath you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you. Is that what es lo que me querías decir? I call it like I see it. Paco says a buff is a geek. Yeah, buff, pero buff no suena tan como friki, ¿no? Es a fan, no? I don't know how you would say this. So I'm a movie buff, I'm a history buff. It's similar, but I think geek is maybe a step more, right? Where you actually have the clothes, the costumes, you know what I mean? So Rosa says av geek, aviation geek for life. Yo he dicho la parte for life. I'll fill in the blanks over there. Morlazo, I'm dead keen on English. You sound British, sir. You sound very British today. Did you take your British pills? Let's see. So many people joining us and checking in. Morlazo says, we all missed the book fair this year. Tell me about it. ¿Me lo dices o me lo cuentas? Tell me about it, man. Don't even get me started. No me empieces con the book fair because it's one of my favorite times of year and they took it away from us. Damn Corona. I'm exaggerating, but I do love the book fair. And he says, I met Kyle, Julia, Richard Vaughn, Elena, and you. A real pleasure. Well, Morlazo, as far as I know, we don't know. There's a lot of uncertainty. Esto es mi palabrón en español, incertidumbre. La saco por ahí, ¿sabes? En una conversación digo, bueno, debido a la incertidumbre, ¿ves? Ya, Shh, Alberto, quit, ¿cómo se dice esto? Quit while you're ahead, no sigas. Quit, déjalo ya mientras vas con un poco de ventaja, right? Quit while you're ahead. So, Morlazo, if they do it in October, you can bet your bottom dollar. We're going to be there. I'm going to be there as often as I can. If I can be there every weekend, I will. And it would be great just to chat with you guys. All right? Solina says, I always remember you from the Vaughn program since I was a kid. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Thank you for sharing. Gracias por compartirlo. That's so cool. It shows you how old I am. Te demuestra mi edad. Cuando yo era un niño, tú salías. Oh, man. That's so great. It's awesome that you know, we've grown together, ¿no? Hemos crecido juntos. Pi says, currar es trabajar. No, lo tengo clarísimo. Vivo en España ahora. Pero no lo sabía. Y eso no te lo enseño. A lo mejor no me has entendido, Pi. You didn't understand me here. What I'm saying is, you don't get taught that in school. Not where I went. Not in the United States. They teach you first Mexican. More of a Mexican Spanish, excuse me. Ustedes and right. So, you know, that's the thing. That's a word that everybody uses, but that no one teaches you. Same thing with what I'm trying to bring to you here on the show with No Name. All right, so let's see. J.M. Hermosilla says, this is a snappy, outstanding show. It's worthwhile to follow it. Yeah. Apoyar, to stand behind something, right? Muy bien, muchas gracias los que me lo habéis dicho. To stand behind something. I stand behind Vaughn Systems and all their products and all their teachers. And speaking of, if you want classes with us, I don't want to be a pain in the neck. No quiero ser pesado, pero do it, guys. The summer's the right time. Sign up for our online course or sign up for classes, individual private classes or group classes via video conference with one of our super duper amazing Vaughn teachers or Vaughan teachers, whatever you prefer. Neferveti says, lovely song. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, well, guys, I see so many people here commenting, but you know what? We've got to keep, I mean, right now I'm realizing that we've got like 5 minutes left before we've got to go to our first commercial break. So time is flying by, which is a great thing. But you know what we didn't do and we have to do? Rosa, you got to remind me this. If you're going to be my first officer here, ¿no? Estamos hablando aviation, porque claro, para todo el mundo es pilot, co-pilot, ¿no? Pero para los av geeks is the first officer and the captain. Yo lo digo, mi mujer me mira como, okay. I'm like, the FO? She's like, okay, nerd. So I'm gonna leave you in charge of that, Rosa. If I forget to lift off, because we want to get off the ground here. Queremos despegar. So, ladies and gentlemen, hang on to your hats. Agarra esos sombreros. It's time for liftoff.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff. Liftoff. 30 minutes after the hour.
Get ready. Hold on to your hat. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hat. Get ready for the ride of your life. The show with no name time. On Pod Radio. It's the show with no name. Let's go.
Now we are up in the air, my amigos. You feel that? Are you feeling that weightlessness? I love it. I love it. Are you feeling those G's? You say fuerzas G. We say G forces. I love those. I live for G forces. Vivo por las fuerzas G. In fact, someone like me is called an adrenaline junkie. Un junkie de la adrenalina, no? Alguien que le gusta. Now, as I'm getting older and I had an injury in my knee, a pretty serious injury, I'm not so much, I still love adrenaline, but I take fewer risks. Tomo menos riesgos. Hey, it happens. Well, also, once you have a baby, too, it's not just like, oh, I'm going to go down that glacier nonstop. Voy a bajar ese glaciar sin parar. No. No, bad idea. Think before you do, Alberto. Think before you do things. Well, having a kid is one way to really make you, think before you act or say something, because someone's listening. There's a little set of ears and eyes watching and listening to every single thing you do. And I love it. My daughter already, she's already saying some things that sound like English and some things that sound like Spanish. So she's on her way to being bilingual. Está de camino. And so are you guys. Vosotros también. That's what I love. The other day I was thinking about it. I said, you know what? You guys and my little 10-month-old, cumple 10 meses, my 10-month-old baby have something in common. All of you, wherever you're tuning in from, whatever part of the world you're tuning in from right now, you guys and my baby have something in common. You're my students. She's my student. You're my students. Isn't that awesome? All right, so guys, we need to listen to our Say What soundbite. So are you guys ready for this? Let's do it. It's time for Say What?
Say what?
That's right. It's the Say What soundbite, only on the show with no name. And my amigos, I think this one's going to be pretty easy. The only thing is, they're kind of whispering a bit. To whisper. Whisper. Sounds like what it is, right? It's onomatopoeic. Susurrar. All right. So I want you guys to pay very close attention to this one because I want you to write down what you hear. And then I want to get some observations from you too. Okay? Are you guys ready? Here we go.
What's your problem anyway? I don't have a problem. You have a problem. Me. You're the one who keeps taking the shots. But we should hear yourself. You sound so phony. What about you?
All right. Not only are they speaking pretty low because, they seem like they're face to face, like they're close up, but there's some background noise. So it sounds like they're, at a place, whether it's a concert or something like that. So that's another thing you're going to get. Background noise, which is part of life. You want to have the ultimate test? Walk down a New York City street talking on a cell phone. And if you can follow with the sound of the sirens and the trucks and all the sounds that are in the background, congratulations, you've got it. All right, well, guys, I can't believe it, but we've got to go to our first commercial break. Time is flying by already on today's show. Well, you know how this works, guys. We'll be back in 3 minutes with tons more Show with No Name 2.0. So, stick around.